Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today, me and my lab Oakley are going to take a trip to the pond to show you guys Oakley's training routine to get her ready for duck season this year. This will be Oakley's first time back to the pond this season, so I'm really anxious to see how she does. Let's get started. Before I got Oakley loaded up, I got her gear ready. I tried to get Oakley to load up in the truck. After a few tries, she finally got up there on her own. She was really excited to get to ride in the truck. Normally we make her ride in the cab with us, so the fact that she got to sit back there, she was really excited about. When we finally got back to the pond, you can see in the video she was really excited and couldn't wait to get out. But whenever she did get out of the truck, she was a little bit more timid than when she was in the truck. At first she didn't really want anything to do with the water, she was just sniffing around the ground and everything. And then she kind of would get a little bit closer, and then she finally got in the water. But it took her a while before she started actually swimming. Like I said, it had been a while since she had been back at the pond, so she was sniffing everything out and checking it out, and I think the water was a little bit cold on her. I brought her back to the pond to start working on her training, but usually whenever I take her back there, I give her about 10 minutes just to get used to everything and let her get some of the play out of her, that way that she's not super hyper and nervous while I'm trying to train her. One thing that I never do is I never make her get in the water. I always encourage her to get in the water by taking her down and sometimes even putting my feet in the water and just getting really close so that she feels safe, but you never want to force a dog into the water or be loud or anything, because if you scare a dog from water, then they will never get over that. She started kind of just paddling around, but she still wasn't full on swimming like I knew that she could, so I just gave her even more time. I think that she took about 20 minutes today getting ready and getting puppy out of her, but that's okay because you got to work with the dog and not rush them. She kept coming back to the ground and wouldn't stay in the water for very long, which isn't very usual for Oakley, because usually the Oakley, once she gets in the water, then she stays in the water and you have a hard time getting her to come out. So today was a little bit of an off day for her anyway, but it's okay because I just was patient with her and let her have more time to get used to it and then started her training. We also let our pet ducks out on the pond today while we brought Oakley out there, and so I think that's one of the reasons that she wasn't exactly completely focused, because she kept looking over there towards them, and then she was also, I had to take her on the deep side so she wouldn't get the ducks, and she usually likes to stay on the shallow side and work her way towards the deep side, that way she don't just jump straight in, but today she couldn't. I think that's one of the reasons that she wouldn't like swim as much. But here she finally started swimming, and as you can see, she got pretty deep, because that's about a 6-foot drop right there, and she got a little bit caught up in the algae, and I think she got a little bit scared, but once she started going, she really went, and then she would come back, and every time that she would come back from the water, I would call her to me, and then I would pet her and tell her good job, and sometimes give her a treat. That way that she realizes that the water is a safe place, and that she's safe, and that she's okay. And that also just encourages her to swim, which is good because any duck dog needs to know how to swim. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the videos. After she got out of the water, she went over here to all the buttercups, and the grass was taller than her in some places, and she just took off and had a blast with it. As you can see, she let all of her puppy energy out and just started running, and I just thought it was so cute. At this point in the video, she had been running around and getting used to her surroundings for about 20 minutes, so I knew that she was pretty well ready to get started. So I started her off by making her sit. She knows this command pretty well, so it wasn't too difficult. Then I threw the plastic baseball bat, which is what I'm using because it's light enough for her to carry in water without it causing her trouble while she's swimming. Eventually, I'm going to give her a heavier thing to carry back because a duck or goose is going to be heavy. But since this is her first time being back there this season, I didn't want to do anything too heavy, so that's why I used the plastic baseball bat. I started her on land because that's how we do it every day, like back at the house, and so I wanted her to have some kind of normality to this so that she knows what she's doing, and then I would get her in the water. But I wanted her to do it well a couple of times on land. That way also, if she for some reason didn't bring it back, that I could still reach it so that I could walk her over there and get her to pick it up and bring it back. That way that she doesn't get in the habit of doing something wrong. Like if she left it out in the pond, there's no way to get it back and show her that that's not okay. Also, this is a good point in the video to say that if your dog does not bring it back for any reason, or if they try to run away with it, or if they just don't get it at all, that you don't need to fuss at them. You just need to positively correct them. For Oakley, whenever she don't bring it back, usually what I do is I go and get it, and I take her, she's on a leash, so I take her with me, and I put it in her mouth, and then I walk her back to where we started, and just do that a couple of times, and then she gets and realizes, okay, she needs to go get it and bring it back to me, and that way that I'm not fussing at her, and she's still being positively influenced by it. You want your dog to love this and to enjoy doing it, because if they're going to be doing it a lot, then they need to want to do it. And if you start being negative about it, they're going to start not liking it and not wanting to do it, and they won't perform very well. So I told Oakley to sit. I gave her a treat for sitting. I threw the ball bat, and I told her to go. We've not really got very well on staying yet. She'll stay as far as if I tell her to sit and then walk away, but whenever I'm throwing something, she don't stay well, so that's something we need to work on. She brings it back pretty quickly because she's not a fast swimmer, so this is pretty fast for her. When she gets out, she shakes and drops the bat, but that's okay. I think if it had been a heavier thing, she would have not dropped it, but that's okay. That's just one of them things, and we'll continue to work on that, but at least she wasn't chewing on it, so that's a good thing. I repeated this process again, and we continued until I got it to where she was doing pretty good. We only did it about 3 or 4 times though, and even the last time wasn't perfect, but like I said, she was already getting tired, and whenever she did good, I didn't want to push her too hard, because I know that if you push a dog too hard and you keep going, that they're going to get tired and they're going to mess up. So sometimes it's good just to end on a good note, even if you've not done it that many times, and that's exactly what we did. After we got done with that round, I gave Oakley 10 minutes just to go have fun. I let her play in the grass some more and go swimming, because usually if I let her just kind of have fun after we get done, the next time we go back, she does so much better, because she knows if she does good that she's going to have that free time, and she usually does a lot better with it.